How you doing, guys? I apologize, it's a little dark. I'm actually right by a light, so I don't know why it's dark. But anyways, I wanted to talk about money or I don't know, just a little bit of everything, I guess. You know what I mean? Um, so think about it. Humans been around for about 300,000 years or so, right? And the planet is apparently like 14 and a half to 15 million years old. I don't know. I don't know. You can just fact check that if you want. But it's in the billions, I know that. Over 10 billion at least. You know what I mean? Well, to our knowledge. Now, if you didn't know, species of sharks, you know what I mean, were around before trees even, you know what I mean, were even on Earth. Now, why am I bringing this up? Well, there's just a few reasons. Think about it. Like, we're basically the only, I guess, species of aliens, you know what I mean? Or I don't know what you want to consider us. People say animals, people say aliens, you know what I mean? Because of Sumerians, but that's a whole different subject. Okay, they knew we were the seventh planet coming into the solar system, not leaving. But I digress no further. So, the reason I'm bringing this up is because basically we're the only species, you know what I mean, as people that use currency. Now, like, even cavemen, right, where we're like today's species, like, we're the only ones that use currency. Okay, I'm pretty sure the cavemen were doing the barter system, meaning like trade for trade or favor for favor, sometimes both. But anyways, I digress, you know what I mean? A lot. My bad. I get sidetracked. So basically, I do believe in aliens, right? Like, whether it's bacteria, whether it's in the ocean, ice, like Earth, not like Earth, but kind of like Earth. You know what I mean? Like let's say there's a planet like that's stuck in the dinosaur era or the caveman era or whatever you think we came from. Like, I believe we came from God, but that's a whole different story. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm gonna be sharing religion that much on the channel because I don't want to force that on anyone. But anyways, you know. But let's take a little gander, right? At aliens. You know what I mean? Let's say, since I believe them, you know what I mean? Let's just say they're the type that's more intelligent. And let's just say they came to visit us, which I doubt, but let's just say they did. Like, do you think, like, logically, they use a form of income or currency? Like, be honest with yourself. Like, do you think like they like saved up so much of their currency or whatever it is and then went, or do you think they're just like, hey, I want to build this and like go find whatever? Like, I'm pretty sure it's like, hey, we'll teach you, you know what I mean, and then you just blah 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 blah, you know what I mean, and so forth. I don't think, like, if aliens exist and they can visit other planets or solar systems or whatever, I don't think they have a currency. Most importantly, I don't think they care of how much materials they go through. If you're at a point where you can visit other civilizations, then I don't think material or fuel or I don't think anything is going to stop people besides getting shot down. Now, let's say, it's bacteria or like insects, like tardigrades, you know what I mean? Like, because tardigrades have been on the moon since 2019. So just think of like 4,000 years of, evolution, blah blah blah. But if you if you just take that into effect, if you just think, okay, they've been on the moon since 4 years ago, who's to say that tardigrades aren't on other planets? Who's to say they didn't overpopulate? And who's to say, you know, they didn't grow to a size because of no human interaction to like immense sizes. Like for example, like what if the tardigrades that we know of are like a tenth of the size, or like even a 20th of the size? My thing is, well, like for example, what if there's a space whale? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like just chilling, bro. Eating antimatter or whatever. You know what I mean? Just a huge space whale. You could say I digress. Okay. Anyways, so like, what if there's just an actual civilization? You know what I mean? That has conquered. You know what I mean? I guess. Um, Type 1 civilization where you harness the power from the sun and antimatter and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, I would suggest they would probably be in our neighboring galaxy, Andromeda. The only problem with that is we are going to collide with that in about 4 to 5 billion years from now. Now, like, I get, you know what I mean, what Elon Musk is doing, you know what I mean, trying to go to Mars, but like, I don't know, bro. I think we should just start doing blueprints, or at least, you know what I mean, something, like sculptings and stuff like that of like, I guess like models of like different, you know what I mean, spaceships. Like for example, like this one is going to a certain galaxy. Okay, this ship is going to a certain galaxy. You know what I mean? Just different solar systems in that effect too. Like for example, like this is just this is just a theory. Let's just say somehow we build a ship can hold like, I don't know, 100,000 people, right? I don't know. I think that's a big ship, but let's just say 100,000 people and 10,000 people, so 10 groups. Like each group of 10,000 people go to a different solar system in a particular galaxy or whatever, and then you know what I mean. The chances on, you know, like the chances on death obviously increase. You know what I mean? But at the same time, what if there is just like a catastrophic event in a particular way of building a setup? Now, 10,000 people die, or granted, like hopefully less, over 100,000 people all dying together. You know what I mean? I don't know, just something like that. Like groups of like people, you know what I mean? Going to different parts, you know what I mean? Because my thing is like, I get it, we should try to become multi-planetary, but not in a doomed solar system. You know what I mean? Like, it's inevitable. You know what I mean? Like, it's 100% collision. You know what I mean? So like, why not just like start doing the blueprints now? Not like, I get it, it's 5 billion years. I get it. At least do blueprints, like sculpting. It's like, hey, this is what it might have to look like. You can modify it for like a billion years, literally, and you'll still be good. Like we literally have 3 billion years to think of. Okay, like by then we should have already cured population control by going even on all the way over to Pluto. Building bases on Pluto. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be figuring out, you know what I mean, all that stuff in the future. But like we should like focus on that now. You know what I mean? Like, we know the news now. Why still go to other planets? You know what I mean? Why not like just spend like all of this fake money? Like we don't need the money. Like for example, like we can just start mining like mountains, like for example, like Mount Everest, for buildings, like I don't know, like instead of mining stuff, we just climb it. I don't get it. Like, I get it's it's a thrill, it's a rush, you know what I mean. I was doing cross country, you know I always got the runner's high. So I mean, like, I understand that part. You know, I mean, there's a certain thrill, but like, I just think we can just do more with our time if we just try a little bit more. You know, like, by the same time, like, you can't really force it on people. They have to be interested to like actually make breakthroughs. You know what I mean? So it's a both. It's both of we just got we got worried back then about inflation and you know what I mean, like the recession, blah blah. But like none of that has to happen. You know, oh, well, whoops, I just ran into a branch. But anyways, like none of that has to happen. You know what I mean? Theoretically, we can be fine without money. It's just by nature, like humans are greedy. You know, like instead of like everyone just pitching in, like I guess like building their own, you know what I mean, dream house. You know what I mean? Like for example, like I'll help you build mine if you help me. You know what I mean? Like I'll help you build yours if you help me build mine, type of thing. You know what I mean? Like there you go. I don't know. Like we should start building like I guess bigger buildings. You know what I mean? For like more people because like think about it. We have all these mansions already. You know what I mean? There's like there's hundreds of thousands of people with like so much rooms, and then there's like people with no rooms. You know what I mean? Like it don't make sense, bro. Like none of this has to happen. You know what I mean? Like we don't have to. You know what I mean? It's just we feel comfortable right now, and I just don't know why. I don't know. Maybe I'm different, right? Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Like I don't. I just don't feel like we need money. I just feel like since we know about it, we just don't want to get rid of it. Even though we literally came up with it like out of our ass. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like, and this is coming from someone who's not struggling with money. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing okay with money. I don't get the point of it. You know what I mean? Like I remember being homeless. You know what I mean? At one point, you know, I used to be homeless. You know, for a couple years, pretty rough, pretty rough. But you know, now I'm in a position where it's like, you know, money's all right, but it's like I just started thinking like if we're gonna like be multi-planetary or whatever, like eventually, you know, like think about it, we're already 33 trillion in debt. Like bro, at what point, at what point do we just be like, you know what, like, why does it matter? And think about it, if we're so much in debt and we just came up with it, like, why can't we just simply say like, oh, printing more money doesn't decrease the value? Like, why can't we just simply say that? Well, it's because it's control. You know what I mean? It's, you know, I don't want to get in depth with it. You know, I don't want like people in black suits trying to shoot me. But you know, it's like it's just a control thing. You know, in my head, that's how I see it. At least on a personal level, it's just it's a control thing. But yeah, I just wanted to rant about some random stuff. And I mean, it's those passing thoughts that you think about. Like if we're gonna become the aliens we always talk about, you know, visiting different planets and setting up bases, like I'm pretty sure we should stop caring about how much money goes into a project and just do the effing project. You know what I mean? Just we're already in debt, bro. Almost every country is in debt. Like, at this point, money is just random numbers on the screen. I just don't get why we just don't progress. Just do it. You know, just I don't know. I just think we're just too comfortable in being greedy. I don't know. Maybe I'm different. I don't know. I guess everyone's different, right? If we were all the same, it'd be boring. But that's gonna be today's video, I guess. Just me ranting about dumb random stuff. So yeah.